Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's S1 Racing GT3 sprint race at Road America. This is race 2 in season 2. Looks like we have a pretty full grid tonight. We had a great showing on race 1. I think we had probably 25 roughly in total. Expecting a pretty similar grid for this one, which is super. I've been running some practice laps. I am top 10, maybe top 5. Can't quite hook it up at the moment, but the fast guys are running a good half a second, 3/4 of a second clear at the moment. And Greg has not set any laps yet, I don't think, and we know he will be in his usual rocket ship. For tonight, I'll be streaming the peer view from my perspective, but there is a live broadcast on Apex Racing TV. Highly recommend tuning into that. Both my stream and Apex Racing TV will be available to view after. On the Apex Racing TV, we have live commentary. The guys did a super job 2 weeks ago, so excited to see how they call the race tonight. Personally hoping for a better showing. I lasted all of 5 laps, I think, 2 weeks ago after having a couple of spins and then an iRacing crash. So, bit of a test tonight. I haven't run OBS and my overlays since then in a full race session, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more laps. We have the drivers meeting in about 15 minutes time, and then we'll have qualifying starting at around 7 p.m. Mountain Time or 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So enjoy. I'll come back to you once we jump into the quali session.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I'm not worried about having that problem tonight. I'm not going to win, but I'd still like to not get rear-ended.
So I'm just looking at the times at the top. Looks like it's pretty tight. In the top 3, 5.3, 5.4, 5.5, then some 7s. And I'm running around the 6 flats. I've definitely got 2 or 3 tenths in me, but honestly I've struggled to hook up the lap, so we'll see. Let's go take the 2.9 for another spin here. So I did run quite a few laps last night in a hosted the Pants setup. Pace wasn't bad. Quicker than I'm running right now, that's for sure. So see if I can try and find that in the next 10 minutes, or maybe it'll just have to come back to me in the race, not sure. Gonna need to find, I think, half a second if I'm gonna make it into the top 5, assuming all these guys will get a little quicker. Definitely need to be running in the 2:05s. Now, this corner of the carousel, I would say I've probably been struggling with this in the last 48 hours when I've been practicing. Taking different lines, adjusting braking. Just not sure yet what the optimum is through there. Very easy to drift wide in this fixed setup. Do love this track though, a lot of fun. I find T1 and T2 in particular, a tricky one to carry speed through, but obviously critical for this long straight to bring the extra speed through that corner. Bit of an example there of just how to get wide, lose all the time we gained, just getting a bit greedy. Give that away all the way down the straight, sadly. There.
Will there be a driver's briefing?
Yeah, driver's meeting will be 10 minutes.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Just going to park it here, make sure my timings are good for the drivers' meeting. It's usually at 10:02, I think, but just in case the guys are expecting it to be any earlier, let's do a quick double check there. Yeah, so driver's room will be in about 8 minutes' time. Just to confirm, everyone, driver's meeting will be about 8 minutes from now, and it'll be in the driver's meeting voice channel in Discord. I'll give you another quick reminder before, and all cars will need to be parked in the pits whilst we talk through that. So, 8 minutes' time. So I had a little bit of a flow going there on that lap, which was better. Got into the 59s and made some mistakes, including off track, so a little better. I find Justin is almost always the benchmark for me. He's the 10th quickest, so I need to find a little bit more, but felt like the track was starting to come to me slowly. Do find that about Road America. It's one that I can't just jump into and be quick. Definitely takes a little bit of work. Alright, we've probably got time for at least one more hot lap, maybe a couple. Trying to remember the laps I was running last night. I think I was in the low 5s. Definitely didn't get into the 4s. Temperature might be a little different, of course. And the track starting to rubber in, I think, will help us. But of course, will help everyone. Jake in front of us, he looks like he's got some great pace tonight. Currently P2. Keeping an eye on the line through carousel. I think it's probably a weak point of my lap. See what I can learn here. So I don't want to be too close. A bit of space. Alright, 5 minutes to the drivers' meeting. Probably just try and get one good lap in here. A bit of a toe up the straight. Definitely overslowing for T2. You can see the difference there. Was up 5 thousandths. Gave that away. Only making it up here because of the draft. A little nervous there as I was following. Not sure a mid-corner slide is the way to go there, but still, useful practice, I guess. Nice slipstream down this back straight. That was a good one for the ego. Poor last corner, but got the benefit of the draft up here, so ended up putting in a quick time. That draft is hugely powerful if you're in the right spot.
Just take your fastest lap of the session.
So 2:05.8, nothing crazy, but a drafting quali is probably going to make quite a big difference. So we got a little bit closer to Justin, and again, it's definitely not a perfect lap. drivers' meeting started in a couple of minutes here. Just a reminder, guys, drivers' meeting will be in the drivers' meeting voice channel on Discord. It will get started in 2 minutes, and you'll need to be parked up and in the pits whilst that's going on. All right, guys, we'll just get started in 1 minute. 1 minute. You're going to need to just be parked up in the pits. Thank you. Hey, guys, we're still missing quite a few, so I'm just going to give everyone a couple of minutes here. Alright, guys, we will get started. I'm just going to put one more call out. There is, I think, at least one or two of you guys still out on track if you can hear me. If you could just park it up and join us in the drivers' meeting, that'd be awesome. Alright, welcome to Race 2, everyone. Looking like another good grid tonight, which is fantastic, so thank you all. We do have a couple of people who didn't race last week, so I'm going to go through the full driver's notes this evening. So just bear with me, and then once we're done, there'll be a couple of minutes left probably for final practice before quali starts around the top of the hour. Race tonight, 45 minutes in length, as always. Fixed iRacing setup, as you'll already know. Incident penalties are in place. The first limit is 20, and then it is every 5 after that. This usually isn't a terrible place for off tracks, but there's certainly places to rack them up, so just keep an eye on that. Everyone has one fast repair, so just be aware if you're in any early scuffles or late scuffles, you know, you'll be able to get it to the pits and have a quick fast repair, but it is just one per driver. There won't be any safety cars, so we won't be triggering that throughout the race. So that's nothing to worry about. If penalties are needed for incidents that occur, they'll be applied post-race, and the details of those are in the regulations. You will have 24 hours to submit a protest using the league protest form. It's on the website and the Discord. If you can't find it, just let me know. Okay, race start. Standard iRacing rolling start. I can't remember here if it's the full lap or not, but just know it's the standard race start procedure behind the pace car. Once the pace car pulls into the pits, whoever is on pole, it's up to them to manage the pace and decide when to accelerate to racing speed. Overtaking or moving out of our lanes is not allowed until the lights go green, so that is for the pole sitter and for the rest of us on the grid. So as soon as the lights are green, anything goes, but up until that point, it is the pole sitter who's managing the pace, and for the rest of us, making sure that we are, you know, not overtaking or moving out of our lanes. End of the race is determined, obviously, when all the cars have passed the checkered flag. What I'd ask, if you have the fuel, is to just do an in-lap, because we're broadcasting. The broadcast will still be running just on that kind of in-lap. Try and bring it back round to the pits if you can. If not, normal rules apply. Just try and get it off the track and tow it. On towing, towing is only permitted once a car is pulled off to a safe point off track, assuming you can move it. If you've got engine damage and you can't, obviously just tow as soon as you can. But if you can move it off the track and ideally off the racing line, kind of onto the grass, then please do that before towing to try and get out of the way. Qualifying is open, so for anyone who wasn't here last week, it's 15 minutes, so it's not a ton of time. You are able to tow during qualifying if you need to, but just know that it is busy, and it's going to be important to keep an eye on those that are on a fast lap, and especially for those of us who are on an in lap or an out lap, keep an eye on the relatives and just make sure you're getting out of the way of those on a hot lap. It is a protestable event, whether it's on purpose or not, if you kind of get in the way of someone who is on a flyer. In the pit lane, let's just use the standard pit limiter in iRacing. You know, anyone who's kind of caught going up and down the gears to try and gain a slight advantage in terms of speed, that's a protestable event. iRacing's pretty hot on it in general, but I'd ask that we all just stick on the regular pit limiter and drive along. Let's stay in the fast lane, in the pit lane, until around 100 meters before pit box. No one's getting the measuring tape out, but because this is broadcast, what we're trying to avoid is people coming into the pits and then just driving straight through all of the cars in the pit boxes. So stay in the fast lane until you're close to your box and then just pull in as normal. And then the same when coming out of your box, let's pull over, back into the fast lane as soon as you can. Finally, all iRacing flags must be observed, so whether it's a yellow flag or a blue flag, please keep an eye on those as they pop up. For yellow flags, what we're really trying to avoid here is people not gaining an advantage when there's a yellow flag caution. As I said, there'll be no safety cars, but I'd ask all of you, if there's a yellow flag in front, let's get off the gas until we can assess the situation. Anyone who is deemed to be trying to take advantage of that by making overtakes under yellows, again, use the protest form. We'll try and keep an eye on it on our post-race review as well, but we just want to keep the racing fair, especially when there's yellow flag condition. All right, that is all I have from you. Any questions for this week?
Silly question for you. I've never used fast repair before. How does that work with towing? Does it make the tow fast too, or no?
No, it won't make the tow fast, but basically it's an instant repair when you get to the pit box. So the one thing to do before starting the race, whilst you're on the grid, just go into your black box and make sure that fast repair is ticked. That's the one advice. And for all of you, you will all be pitting tonight. The fuel tanks are half full, so you'll have a decision to make on tires, and fuel saving could be a thing for those of you who are trying to extend the stop. So just bear that in mind as well.
Thank you.
Of course.
Is there any restrictions for towing during quali to get a new car?
There is not. No. Other than please just get off the track or off the racing line before hoarding escapes. You're not going to impede anyone else. But no, free to tow. Okay, sounds like we're good. Got a couple of minutes before quali starts. Enjoy, and a few of us will probably just jump in the paddock chat after the race. Not compulsory, but if you want to kind of jump in, we won't be discussing incidents or looking at the race. But if you want to hang with us for a little while afterwards, we will be there. Have fun, everyone.
Thank you.
Good luck, fellers.
Thank you. Good luck.
Okay, so good drivers meeting. Let's see how the race unfolds. I'm probably going to go out for maybe one lap. That's probably all we've got to get in here. Let's take a quick look at the standings. So my 2:05.8 is putting me in the top 6 right now. Sharif, not race with him. He's got some great pace by the looks of things. We, of course, haven't seen Greg set a representative lap, or Kyle, or Spencer, so those three will certainly be slotting in ahead of me. The rest of the people on the timesheet probably will be in our battle. So, could easily be an outside of the top 10 if we don't hook up quali, or it could maybe be in the top 6 or 7 if we get it right. So we will see. All right, let's go turn a lap or two before quali here. One thing I've noticed this week is I'm pretty far back in terms of being at the end of the pit lane, so assuming that doesn't change for quali, we'll be in the mix, which is good for getting a tow, but bad because we'll be in traffic. So we'll see how that plays out. Wow, outlap grip is pretty low. I'll have to be careful of that when we're quallying. Make sure I don't do it. Screw the tyres on my outlap, which I have here. Especially there, last corner. I want to be sliding that going up the straight. Anyway, let's see what we can pull out.
Oh, your tender is good.
Slippy T1 there. Slipping and sliding around T2, but it was quick. Just gonna need to add a bit of consistency because
Car stop on the left.
more speed coming down the straight here. Just there, I need to brake a little earlier, I think. Okay, well, open quali, always hectic. Definitely want to be ready. Let's see how we get on tonight. Actually had a good quali last week, one of the better parts of my race in the end. As predicted, very busy here. So we got a bit of a gap behind us, so that might be good. Try and get the toe next lap from these guys. See how much checking up happens at the end of the lap, of course. Start building a gap out front here because just not sure. Pace of Chris could well be quick, but I don't want to be too close, even though Obviously the draft would be useful. Try and give myself a bit of a window here. A good gap behind still. Okay, about 2 seconds. It should be enough. Let's see. Okay, everyone checking up. I don't. Not sure that was a great last corner, I'll be honest. Let's see how we do here. A little bit slow over the line. Probably just outside the toe as well. See if we can just get a decent lap into start. Yeah, that didn't feel great. Got in a little deep, heavy maybe on the brakes. I lost quite a bit of speed through the corner. Potential overslow there, not sure. Same for that corner. Maybe get my confidence back from last night, can take that flat. Just starting to catch up Chris now. Still undecided on the best way to take that corner. It's going to cost me, I think, in quality. Okay, well, I might get a bit of a toe now, so this could be useful. Try and use that. Good oversteering. Towed all the way up the hill here.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Okay, pushing too much there. Probably treat this as a bit of a cool down lap, but to be honest, it's I mean, the 2:55, I'm not unhappy with that, I'll be honest. Obviously quicker than what we were running just before. And in all honesty, similar to lap times last night. It's an afternoon, evening time here, so track's going to get cooler. There goes the first fast guy. And there goes Greg. Where's he at? Oof, already into the 204s. Lovely. I'm sure he's got a lot more in the tank than that. See where Kyle pops up. So we'll go for another one now. Oversteer there, it's tricky. Is this a slow-moving car ahead? A little bit. Hoping Brandon's going to get out the way if he's not on a hot one. No, okay, another following him for a little bit here. More time in T1. At a T2 there. That's the big one for the straight. If Brandon keeps his foot in this lap, that'll be fantastic. I don't think he's on a flyer though. I'll happily take the draft. Ah, poor hairpin. Silly corner to lose time on. Usually solid there. Just got a bit greedy, I think. A bit late on the brakes. This time is really gone, so might just practice a pit entry. Try a quick pit entry here. I think I've got my marker.
The officials don't like the way you're driving. Your laps won't count until you reset the car and start over.
Oh, interesting. So I do not know why I got a penalty there, but that is going to be important. I wonder if I cross the pit entry
Right
line.
here.
All right, it's busy on track. We've probably got not long left here. Yeah, about 5 minutes, so this will be the last throw of the dies. But pretty happy with the banker, actually. Expect it to be beaten, of course, by a few, but it's not a terrible time. Like to think I've got more in the... Got a bit more in me than that. So I'm not sure where Kyle is, and I'm sure Spencer will have another lap, and well, it's all very tight there. A little aggressive there. Won't be doing that. Track's rub it in here. There's definitely more time. See if we can hook up at least one more decent lap. There goes Kyle. Oof, not much in it. Not much in it there. A couple of tenths. Probably now out of my reach. That'll be his 5.3 would probably be the best I've got. Give Stephen a bit more room here. So just keep an eye on the timber behind. Try to give a 3-second gap here. Just don't want to get caught out. Drop down a couple now, that's 5th. Seems about right. Really tried to wring the neck there, but got wide. Again, a better T2 though, which is really helping. I'd had a good T1. This would have been a couple of tenths up, but we'll take it. No complaints. If Tyler's on a hot lap, let's see. Oh wow, I thought it was a better hairpin. It was not. It was slow. Oh dear, gone. There it is. Now that is a good reminder for the race. Keeping your foot in, going out wide. Now, do we have time? I'm going to have a quick look here. Don't think so, but we're just going to go just in case. So I've got to think that Spencer's got another hot lap in him to get ahead of us. And, yeah, maybe just in 2. I'm not sure where Jesse is. He is usually right up there. I don't know if he's ended up in P2, but no, that's probably Olivier. This outlap's going to have to be a fast one. Just in behind, so we're just going to pin this basically. Actually, no, we're going to let him go. Might take me out of contention for a lap. We'll see. But, you know, don't want to give the competition a toe, do we? I'm trying to remember on my quick lap if it had the mistake at that corner that we've just been through. Might have done. If so, that's at least 2 tenths there. Anyway, not even sure we'll make it round. We'll have to see here. Still holding on to P5, and yeah, got 40 seconds to make it to the flag. Don't think we will. Especially driving like that. 30 seconds. It's just too far up the road for us. Seconds. Can we make it? Oh, you never know. Outside chance here. You just might. You just might. Damn, didn't hook up T2. It is quicker than my fast lap, but you can see you got the wobbles on exit. Trying to get the power down. Let's see if we can find a bit more time here. Just about got away with that off track. Slow. Might have something, we'll see. Oh, could be wide here. Yep. Had to keep it pinned. Just late turn in on that one. Well, a P5, I have to say, I'm not unhappy with that. I think P4 was on with a decent lap, didn't get it. Assuming, of course, others are not going quicker. Who's in front there? Yeah, so it should be good.
The officials don't like the way you're driving. Your laps won't count until you reset the car and start over.
Still getting that cut the track error. Maybe it's just because you pull into the pits on a quali lap. Maybe that's why. Not sure. All right, I'm going to be 2 minutes here and then I'll be right back. Now, one thing that I'm going to need to think about here is what I'm going to do with tyres. Tempted to take left side, definitely left front's going to go, so I am thinking doing left rear, left front. So let's jump in the car and just make a call.
1 lap to green. Line up on the right side. We've put in plenty of fuel to finish the race. Closed, pit road is closed. The estimated SOF is 2,766. Keep it clean. The DNF today would hurt our points a lot.
Okay, well, a decent quali. Happy with that. Let's see if we can survive more than a couple of laps tonight. The challenge with a good quali is I'm expecting quite a bit of pressure from behind. Spencer has absolutely got the legs on me if he runs his normal pace. And then for everyone else, we'll just have to see. Don't want to give anything away easily, but equally don't want to get caught up in unnecessary tangles tonight. So let's see how it pans out. So we're going for a left side on the tyres. I think that's the right call. I think that's just going to help me in the closing laps. Did see Greg's final lap time. Right up there, I'm sure. Do have a full pace car lap tonight. Now, there's not a ton of people running the Merc tonight, but I think we'll certainly have a straight line deficit to the Merc if we're up against them in a race at any point. I did try to run some laps in it a couple of days ago. Just couldn't find the same pace as I could in the Ferrari, so sticking with the 296 for now. Would like to run a different car at some point this season, but we will see. We will see. Track temp still quite up there. It's still 30 degrees, so it'll come down, but maybe not by tons and tons.
Jet stop 124 car.
This is my corner that I have to say I dislike, especially in race conditions if you're fighting anyone there.
Jet stop 124 car.
The one good thing is we're on the right hand side, so it at least gives us the inside line for turns 1 and 2. Doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna give us a huge advantage or anything, but maybe a little bit safer on that side of the track. And again, for anyone who's watching here, in the description there should be a link to the live broadcast with commentary, so feel free to jump over if you want to see the race from a broader perspective. If you're sticking here, fantastic, and welcome to what hopefully is going to be a good race. A little fact that Greg shared with me last night is that, I think I have this right, he was in the fixed set at Sebring. He was, that's in the Porsche, I think, he was second only to Sven Haas. Pretty impressive, so we're very fortunate to have drivers like Greg, Kyle, Olivier running with us, and Spencer, so always great to see what these quick guys can do, even if you tend to lose sight of them within a couple of laps. Okay, well, we'll get dialed in here, see if we can have a clean start.
About to go green, stay focused. The pace car is in. Green, green, green.
Not a terrible start there, not as good as the guys ahead, but we are clear at least. Was a little cautious on T2 if I'm honest, went down an extra gear just to play it safe. Little tentative at the moment. Just trying to find my feet here with these guys ahead. Sure, the BMW with that turbo is going to have some pace as well, so get towed all the way down here. Oh, first spin of the night, Olivier. Not sure if there was contact. Always happy to take a freebie though. Have to say, I'm having to brake a bit here, and it's really putting Justin in the mix. Need the big toe all the way down this straight now.
You're now in third.
Okay, time to start trying to drive my regular line. Now, these two ahead could definitely be fuel saving. If we just stay with them, we're going to have to drive flat out, so it's not in the cards for me tonight. Got a little greedy there. Gonna have to be careful. Just keep the mistakes down to a minimum tonight. Do find that when I'm in traffic, especially with the faster guys, I'm just prone to the errors and losing a little focus on my line and where I'm going. Like here, not taking a good line through here. Just settle in a bit. Since we lose the toe, it's going to make it tough. I think Justin's got the pace of us right now. How interested he is in making a move at this stage of the race, though. It's a great opportunity for him to fuel save. It's like I'm going to lose probably half a second a lap. Now Greg and Kyle have got into a rhythm. I haven't been going down to first there. Felt like I needed it for that rotation. Again, another different line. A little shaky in the fast right. My God, I have to look at my braking point for that corner, giving away a lot of time to Justin. And again in the final corner, looks like that potentially is two of my slowest points on the track. So lost a couple of tenths to Kyle. But I'm sure those wheels are fuel saving. Let's get tighter in T1. Can see Justin right on us here. To be able to get a slightly better exit into T2, but probably because he's so close behind there. Justin can have a sniff now on the back straight. Probably going to have to go defensive.
right side. Keep to the left. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
Didn't want to fight that too much, so got myself kind of out of shape. I gotta try and stay with him. All started in the carousel, that one. Got myself under pressure. I had to go defensive. But if I can stay on his tail, I might be able to get a little bit of draft. Little mid-corner wobble there. It's also for Justin. He's right up there, got great pace. This is the challenge, is can we stay with him and can we keep Jake at bay?
There's an incident behind.
Oh dear, poor corner there. Even just in a bit of space. Again, this carousel is killing me every lap, I think, right now. To lose touch with Justin already. I need to get on top of that quickly. Yeah, I mean, didn't want to give that up to Justin. I think I should have been able to hold him back a little longer. But he does. We have the pace on us here. Maybe these guys struggled in quali a touch. There's more to be had from T1. I'm not getting my lines right there. Pretty average T2. Gotta get that flat. I can do it. Terrible carousel. Oh my word. I get murdered on the straight here. A little lucky there that Justin couldn't carry the speed. Dear, dear, carousel nightmare. Oof, terrible last corner. Got a little caught up by Justin's puff of smoke and took a poor line. Definitely a bit sloppy at the moment. I'll try and keep it together.
5.807.
taken off track there. Got to keep your foot in. He's had a better sector 1 than Justin. The benefit of the toe here for a little bit. So I don't miss my braking point.
Right side, clear on the right.
To get defensive there. Again, giving the run to Justin coming out. Really suffering, sliding the tyres. Not doing me any favours. So desperate to get the power down. Well, you can see Justin's going to have a run here. I'm not going to get out of line. Don't fancy it at T1. But that will give him a shout for T2 here. Well, you can see I'm pushing like a madman, which I'd rather not be doing, but I don't want to go backwards too far, even if these guys are faster. Struggling like hell with the hairpin at the moment. I think it's just the pressure. So just letting Justin get away a bit here, which is not ideal. Slightly better carousel, but giving up time there every lap.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
Oh, interesting. Pit stop not too far away. God, I'm struggling with the tyres a bit here. Mildly better run out the last corner. Well, we're holding on. That is how I would describe this race. Holding on for dear life.
Car right. Still there. Keep to the left. Stay on the left.
Maybe a drag race all the way down here.
Stay on the left. Clear on the right. Left side.
Really struggling.
Still there, hold your line.
Just trying to make
Still
sure
there, hold your line.
I'm not getting in anyone's way here.
Still there, hold your line. Still there.
Good racing here. Oh, my word, that almost collected us. Sharif. Oh, he had some good pace from practice. Well, just don't think I can hold these guys off. Definitely seems to have a little bit more pace than us, but we'll keep fighting. Just see what comes our way. Definitely starting to struggle with the grip here. Sharif is definitely having a bit of a run on us. He's on the toe, we are not. Okay, let's see if we can settle into the pace and see what we have.
Left side. Clear.
Seemed like a bit of a dive bomb from Sharif there. Interesting that these guys definitely have the race pace on us, but couldn't hook it up in quali. I think that's what we're seeing here. Just slightly out of position quali runs. Right, race pace just not up to these guys. Which in practice, to be honest, is how it looked. So it's not a huge surprise. Especially this carousel. Just trying to find a bit of rhythm now. So what are we, P6, started P5? You know, can't complain too much about it. Got off track and everywhere.
Clear on the left. Car on your left. Clear. Car right.
Well,
You've got wheel damage.
let's
Clear
go
on
get
the
that
right.
fast repair.
Your car has too much damage. We've got to fix it. We've got damage on the front end.
Oh my god, trying to keep this thing straight is a beauty.
The car in front is pitting.
So we'll have to have a look at that on the replay. I felt like I left enough room. Always a chance, of course, that I didn't. Car is crabbing like crazy. Try and get this thing to the box in one piece. And hopefully still have at least a somewhat competitive run.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
So we got the fast repair. I'm going to bolt on these two left tyres. Hopefully no penalties. Nope, doesn't look like it. Let's see how it plays out. Get back into first there.
Go, go, go!
Well, the joy of a fast repair. Pit stop done. Some free space. Let's try and get back into the race now. Hard to know what the target's going to be. Lost a lot of time there. Don't know if a top 10 is still on now. I don't know. It felt Sharif kind of had his nose in maybe where it shouldn't have been, but I'll have to take a look. Could have been me. Either way, avoiding crashes is really the name of the game here. And so Always got to think about that from a driver's perspective. What could I have done to avoid it? Leave a bit more room. Right, no doubt I was struggling a little bit, must be said. Struggling to maintain the pace of those around me. But name of the game, just try and get some consistent lap times in now. Incident count, we're to 10, so actually do need to be a little careful of that. Yeah, well, we'll have to do this all on track, I think. All right, 20 to go.
The leader is running 5.702.
Heavily on these off tracks. Gonna wrap that up.
The car in front is pitting. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Well, better lap time there. This track's going to cool now. Just keep plugging away. I guess first target top 15. And I don't know. I think for a top 10, probably going to need some other incidents to help us out for that. I'll keep pushing, keep pushing. Must be said, though, in traffic, I think, is really where I struggle. I remember starting out on iRacing, it was always something I struggled with, just how to adapt to the car, loss of downforce. And of course, the mental pressure of being in a battle and trying to drive quickly. Certainly finding a bit more rhythm now. Happy I've changed the front left and rear left. I think that'll help. Borderline.
The leader's bidding now.
Feeling a little bit happier with the carousel. I think keeping the foot in for a little longer. Making up a ton of time once it's into here. I'll be running at the pace of all these guys now. I assume most, if not all, have pitted. I'm interested to take a look at the incident though. Obviously the secondary contact was a bit of a nightmare, and I wonder whether I could have got out the way a bit more there. Difficult, obviously. The first one, don't know. Maybe I needed to leave a bit more space. Don't think it's a great passing place, I'll be honest. That was my immediate reaction, was that I kind of had the right to turn in where I did. But often feels that way when you're on the driver's seat, so we'll have to take a look. Definitely more time there for slowing.
Car in P3, just set the fastest lap. 5.4. Someone's gone off ahead.
Well, crept into the top 15. 12 minutes to go. Just not making enough inroads now into the guys ahead, which is pretty cool. And super close racing. And tight times, which is great. A bit sloppy there. Guys ahead do look like they've got a bit of a battle on, which could help. It's not really bringing them that close to me though, so... Just focus on trying to keep it clean here. So the gap has just come down, I guess because they're overtaking each other. We've got 10 to go. All right. Try and desperately get up to these guys, but don't know. It's tough.
10 minutes to go. This is less than optimal. Someone's gone off ahead. Someone's gone off behind.
Picking a few freebies up. Okay, down to 3 seconds. Slowly.
Car in P1, just set the fastest lap. 4.594.
Impressive time from Greg, I assume. Well, just can't get this time down fast enough here. We're driving pretty solid. It is always good after that incident. And no iRacing crash tonight. Fingers crossed. Also good news. Try not to get too greedy here with the off tracks.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
Okay, 2.2. The time is coming down with these two fighting.
The lead did up 7.214.
Enough for draft yet.
The car behind you, Pidgey.
Sloppy T2. Shame. We've still got 5 minutes. See if we can just get up to the back of these guys. He's given something to think about. Maybe on the last lap.
Five minutes to go.
But looks like most people must have had a clean race. We've made up a couple of positions through retirements. So no right flag on this lap, but yeah, probably next lap. Probably going to start getting the draft here. Well, we definitely caught them, as expected, with a lap to go. Now, unfortunately, Robert is going to get the tow from, I think it's a Tinder, so we'll get a tow, but it won't make a huge impact for us. So no white flag, so 2 to go. the game is just to put a little bit of pressure on here. Rid of the low fuel warning. Trick I learned the other day. Didn't know you could do that. Ladder shake going in there. See if we can get a decent exit.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
Ooh, little wheel spin mid-corner. Otherwise I might have had a bit more of a run.
White flag, white flag.
So here we go, last lap. Nice to be at least near a battle at the end here. A poor line through there, unfortunately. If I'd taken a better line, I might have had half a chance. Didn't want to make a last lap lunge there. Fraught with danger. No need to get involved in an accident on last lap. I think basically I lost the chance. Sector 1. Just should have taken a better T1, T2. Fancied it, but again, didn't want to risk it.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Had the run, but I think it would have been a little dicey. Oof.
Don't forget to pit this lap for more fuel.
Well, fun run to the line at least. Probably had half a chance there. Well, you know, a good race other than the
Ticket
incident.
flag, ticket flag. Bring it back to the pits. We're going.
So we will bring it round. What did we get there? P30 in the end, yeah. Well, you know what? Given the car was pretty trashed, we'll take it. Would love to have been held on up front, but I was really struggling in traffic tonight. And in reality, that's what put us in the difficult position. I assume that is Mr. Hoverson. Nice celebration. I'm assuming Kyle followed him home in P2. not an awful race. You know what? Take the incident out of it. Great fun. It was good battling at the beginning. Just racecraft in traffic. I always felt like it's been a little weak, and indeed. Looks like Pan had a good race. This is great to see. Oh, Pan might be out of fuel. Do we end up with a leader? Yeah.
I'm sorry, Simon. I couldn't make it.
Oh, you ran out of gas? That's alright. It's a perfect amount.
It definitely wasn't perfect.
Well, we'll take a quick look at the incident, and then we'll jump on the chat with the guys and see how everyone's feeling. Yeah, just a little disappointed not to be able to stick around in the top 5, but maybe I just didn't leave enough margin.
Bring it on in. Pit box in 10.
Well, let's take a look.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. Go, go, go!
Okay, so we're going to take a real quick look. Close us out. Just kind of catch up with the guys. So let's have a look at laps. The 241, or maybe lap 10. Yeah, okay, so that's right. Sharif all over me, which is totally fair. We're battling to keep him behind. It was pretty good racing. Did I get wide? Yep, I got wide. So he had the run, so that's on me. Now let's just have a look at the chopper. Oh yeah, look at that. On me. Needed to give more room there. You know, if we go back here, I mean, at that point in the corner, he's alongside my door, and I didn't see him, but yeah, that is just me chopping his nose off there. Now, and then I just got caught into that now. Should I have done anything different here? Tricky, really. I don't know. I was catching the slide. Yeah, I was still catching it, I think. Apologies to whoever that was who then got in behind me. That kind of sucks. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Who did we collect there? Oh, Spencer. Are you kidding me? Brutal. A 1. Ah, that's very frustrating. Well, apologies to Spencer. That was on me. Loose out of the last corner and just couldn't get it straight in time. Yeah. That's well, you learn from that one. You know, when I got loose and got on the gravel, I should have known I needed to leave more room. And to be honest, had I left more room, yeah, had I left more room there, we probably would have both made it round just fine, actually. Oh well, good learning tonight. All right, well, thank you everyone who tuned in. I'm kind of excited to go and have a look at some of the highlights from the official broadcast. I think it's always fun hearing what the guys have to say. Not having a good record so far with 2 incidents in 2 races, but at least we finished tonight, which is always good. Next race is in a couple of weeks' time. I think it's at Panorama, which I'm pumped about. It's always a track I enjoy driving. The thrill of a street circuit, you know, combined with those kind of lovely downhill sections, so that should be fun. And until then, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to run any officials in the meantime. We'll see where they're at. It was a bit up and down last week at Sebring, but we'll take a look. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in a couple of weeks, if not before.